It's Rick's Corner with Rick Drayson.
But we've been doing pretty good. We seem to find the right ones that know the history of Muscle Beach and Gold's Gym and Muscle Beach Gym. And Gold's was the Mecca from '69 on when Arnold got there, but Muscle Beach was really the Mecca long before that.
Right, because Muscle Beach goes back to Isaac Berger, Paul Anderson, and all the guys that were on the beach, Steve Reeves, and that was back in, that was right after the war, I think, when Armand Tanny and Harry and all the guys came out.
Yeah.
It was like 1945.
In fact, Joe Gold used to hang out there before he had Gold's Gym.
That's right, yeah.
Now, Joe Gold and Seymour and HB and Zabo,
right.
All these guys, which you may not know, were professional wrestlers for a period of time.
Right.
Joe Gold wrestled.
Right.
Zabo wrestled. They all did back in the 50s when wrestling wasn't cool, but it made you a living. It made you some money.
Right.
And so they could train, they could wrestle at night. So they weren't just bodybuilders. And then Zabo and Joe and a few of the guys were with Mae West when she did her troupe around Vegas and traveled with all of her muscle guys. And then I had done Sextet years later as the muscle guys with Mae West, her last movie. So there's a lot of history with those guys long before you knew about them in bodybuilding with wrestling and doing the Mae West tour.
Exactly, right, because those guys were out here with the Muscle Beach crew. Original Muscle Beach was New York.
Was it?
Yes, it was at Coney Island with Mighty Adam, Joe Greenstein.
Oh, that's I think Seymour told me that.
Yeah, and actually it started right after World War One.
Boy,
and they had the old fighters hang out down there, and they had speed bags and heavy bags, and they used to do acrobatics and weightlifting down in Muscle Beach in New York, and that was the prior years before Muscle Beach came out here in '45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it did come out here, they had hordes of people coming down, families and people coming down. If you see pictures of Santa Monica 100 years ago, you'll see these big black umbrellas covering the beach. You can almost see the sand.
Right.
And they all came down and they watched the bodybuilding, and they had the Miss Muscle Beach contest, the Mr. Muscle Beach contest. They went back there in their one-piece suits, the weightlifting platform, and they did odd lifts.
Right, odd lifts back in the day, right? They did the one-arm lifts and stuff like that back in the 40s.
Yeah, a lot of strength feats, a lot of hand balancing, things you don't see today in bodybuilding. Today bodybuilding's gone off to a completely left turn. And it doesn't seem to have the popularity as it had back then. The bodies were different. They were mostly natural. Steroids didn't come in until later. But it was mostly diet and just heavy training.
And working out. They were dedicated.
Yeah.
It was dedicated training.
Yeah, no matter when you're on the beach, it could be an all-day event. They had jobs. I mean, everybody had jobs.
Yeah.
A lot of people worked in the studios, and they worked nights, electricians, gaffers, whatever, drivers, but they still found time to go to the beach and train. And if they were on the beach during the day, they might train for about a half hour or so and then lay in the sun for 2 hours,
right.
Get back up and train again for a little bit.
And that's where it was?
Yeah, and then go eat something and lay back down in the sun and train again. But that's what it was like, and Jack was there in the 70s when I was there. And I remember we would wrestle and we'd hit the gym and we'd hit the beach, and our routine was get up in the morning, go to the gym, lay in the sun, 4 o'clock, get in the car, drive to wrestle, come back home, get a good nap, good night's sleep, get up, go to the gym.
Do it all over again.
Lay on the beach, go to wrestle, come back home. And then if there were movie jobs, and you had done some.
Right. Yes, I did some movie jobs too, yeah.
Well, we took those, of course, because those allowed us.
Those were bread and butter.
Yeah, those are bread and butter. We had a system. You work in the movies, you wrestle at night. You claim your movies for your unemployment. And you don't claim your wrestling because it's cash.
Right.
So you collect your unemployment in between the movies for 6 months or whatever long it takes, and then you work again, build it up again, and it doesn't run out, and you just continue this cycle. So you always have your income from wrestling, you always have your unemployment, or you're working on a film, and then you're working out.
Right.
So,
and we also had some policemen in the wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
You remember, because they were the referees.
That's right.
We probably had 4 major policemen.
No, we had policemen. We had football players, football coaches.
Football coaches, yeah.
We had chiropractors.
Chiropractors, yeah.
People from all walks of life.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were part of the beach. They were part of the gym.
Yeah.
And these are the people that you haven't heard about, the ones that aren't really talked about. And unfortunately, back then, cameras weren't a big thing.
No.
And there were no video cameras, so
No.
you don't have any footage of that. I mean, I could draw sketches all day, but it's not going to be the same as seeing these people. But I wished I just had that to bring forward, because you people really appreciate it. Because today's gyms just don't have that. You know, with the aerobics, the headsets, and everything else, everybody kind of keeps to themselves. There's not that camaraderie like it was back then.
Well, there was a time they wouldn't let girls in the gym.
Well, Joe Gold...
Before 1980.
That's right.
Yeah.
There were no girls. They had
girls.
Men's Day and Women's Day.
Exactly.
Separated.
Right.
And then Joe Gold, when he started his gym, he let a couple of women in, and they came and trained with the guys. And like I'd said before, you'd go up and shower, and they'd be showering with you.
Yeah.
It was.
In fact, our gym in the Valley was the first one in 1978 where we had co-ed separate locker rooms for both, and Harry White started that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Joe Gold was the one after him. He says, that's a great idea.
Well, I went up to Bakersfield several years ago for a friend of mine who used to have a gym where I used to train, and up till about, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago, he finally closed down. He still had men's and women's days. He says men and women should not train together.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that. I mean, I think I trained with my wife for a long time, and I've trained with women and had good workouts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, you have great workouts either way. And then some of the girls actually went forward in weightlifting and bodybuilding and stuff like that. So they actually became very dedicated.
And you trained many girls for weightlifting?
Oh, yeah. Laura Corval, Cami Lusko, and Laura went to Miss Olympia, second place Miss Olympia, back of Corey.
That's right.
Yeah, and back of Linda Murray. Yeah. And then also she won the Arnold's Classic 3 times.
And that was due to your training?
I wouldn't say it was due to her body.
but you're the one who trained her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So, I mean,
in fact, the one time, she didn't even know this, she did a 405 full squat. And the world record in the squatting in powerlifting was 412.
Wow.
So, but she says, I'm not a powerlifter. I can't deadlift and I can't bench press. So I said, well, isn't it amazing? It's amazing that you could do this.
Now, let me ask you a question, because we're going to go into diet for a minute. Your diet over the years is good?
I've been consecutive. I'm a meat and potato man. And I've been eating meat, but I lowered my meat. I don't eat as much as I did when I was wrestling all the time and working all the time. But I would say I still eat 8 ounces of steak a day.
But you were heavy as 300 pounds.
Oh yeah, 290. I mean, and I was eating everything then. No, I was eating Italian food and all that stuff.
And you were boxing?
Yeah, I boxed for a while.
You boxed for a while, and you ran the 26-mile marathon?
I ran 11 marathons.
Yeah, you used to.
I ran 5 full marathons and 6 half marathons.
You were an all-around athlete.
Yeah, I pretty much wanted to do everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how many years ago you got knee replacements?
Almost 5.
It's been that long.
It's almost 5 years. 5 years this September.
I've been putting mine off for 10 years. I don't think I want to do it yet.
Yeah, but it's the best thing I've done.
Yeah.
It's my best body part now.
Amazing.
My knees, yeah, titanium.
Amazing.
About 100,000.
Can you still squat?
I could squat. I could rope skip. I could do stairs. I could even run, but it more activates in my lower back than my knees. My knees do not bother me running.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so the knees don't bother me in stairs, any of the things. In fact, I did 154 stories in New York when I went to visit my mom inside of a building. Yeah. So I'm saying it doesn't bother me. It doesn't activate my problem or anything.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But now you're training at Gold's now.
Yeah, I train Golds.
It's not the same as it was in the 70s?
No, completely different gym.
Not even close?
No, not even the same as when Pete Krimkowski owned it.
Yeah.
Back in those days. But it's a different gym. It's almost like a non-bodybuilding gym.
Yeah, it seems to me that all the major bodybuilders that train there, there's only a couple left.
Couple. Yeah.
Where'd they all go?
I have no idea, but I heard they moved to Las Vegas.
I heard Las Vegas, too. I heard that's where the mecca of it is now, most of it. Yeah. I don't know why. I think it's cheaper to live there, number one.
Well, that's for sure. You can buy a house and everything, what, about a fourth?
Yeah.
Fourth of the price, yeah.
That's not to say that Gold's Gym in Venice is not good. It's a good gym.
Oh, great gym. Fully equipped, everything.
Everything. It's bigger than any gym I've seen as far as having equipment.
Equipment, right.
You just don't have the superstars that you had a long time ago. But you do get actors.
Yes.
A lot of name actors.
Yeah. The same actors still come there.
Yeah.
But they also live out of town, so they don't come.
I mean, James Caan was there like every day.
Yeah, James Caan used to come.
I see Ray Liotta there.
Ray Liotta.
Of course, Steve Austin, the wrestler. Triple H, the wrestler.
Triple H, yeah.
Those guys come in there. Ferrigno's there all the time.
Ferrigno comes all the time. His kids come all the time.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm saying there's a group that still comes there all the time. And then the other ones are not there no more, like some of the bodybuilders. Chris Cormier, I see. Will Harris is there. But maybe a couple of new ones. Silvio comes and trains there, but I don't see too many of the other ones. And I almost never see East Coast guys no more. I used to see East Coast and the West Coast.
Well, we used to see people used to come out here all the time and train with us. When I was down in Venice, I used to say this. I'd see groups of 3 guys show up at Gold's Gym.
Right.
And they would come back usually from Michigan or somewhere, and they wanted, I don't know why it was always Michigan. I don't think anybody's left in that state. But they would come to Gold's, and they'd train with us. We all become friends. Some of them wanted to be actors. They wanted to try their hand at it. They get a girlfriend. They have a relationship, get jobs at Bouncers in the Marina where they do the light test we talked about. You remember what the light test is? You pull a girl out of the club, you put her under the light, and if she looks good, you take her home. If not, you throw her back like a fish. And we used to do that all the time. That was so much fun. Well, then they last about 4 or 5, 6 months.
It's amazing. They all look good now.
Oh, they do.
As the eyes get
Anything up to 70 years old, I'll take it. They would stay out for a little while and get discouraged because they couldn't make a living in Venice, and they'd go home. And then all of a sudden, here come 3 more.
Right.
3 more guys again, almost like the same guys that left with the same M.O. Want to get a job, get a girlfriend, want to be an actor.
Same thing, right.
And then they'd filter out and go back. And it would just be an ongoing thing, which I don't think happens too much anymore with the economy the way it is.